Hi guys, while probably the first task Liz Truss is expected to deal with is the cost of living crisis, contrary to belief that Boris Johnson got Brexit done, the Northern Ireland Protocol is still something that needs to be sorted out. The UK government has been given until sometime in September to respond to the EU's decision to take legal action against the British government, and now the ball is firmly in Liz Truss's court. Here is Sammy Wilson of the DUP trying to push the protocol up the to-do list. Have a listen.
Can the Minister assure us that in any of the discussions he has with his international counterparts, that he will robustly argue the case as to why the protocol cannot continue, and explain that it has ripped apart the Belfast Agreement, it's undermined democracy in Northern Ireland, it has increased costs to consumers and businesses, disrupted GB and Northern Ireland trade and displaced it with trade from the Republic, and is being cynically used by the EU as a mechanism to punish the UK for leaving the EU regardless of the cost to the people of Northern Ireland?
Well, the honourable gentleman makes very strong points. At the heart of the Belfast Good Friday Agreement is the idea of communities coming together to have the executive, to make sure that we put the war-torn years and all that tragedy behind us. And it is clear it's not just one party in Northern Ireland, it is the entire unionist community which has ruled out the protocol as a route to delivery of that. And, of course, there is disquiet in all communities, as can be found in the surveys of, for instance, the University of Liverpool School of Irish Studies.
Jerome May.
Okay, well, he's talking crap here, obviously because he's a Tory minister, but it's interesting that he didn't actually respond to Sammy Wilson's points. Sammy Wilson talked about how are you going to use this as a robust measure against the EU. He didn't say anything about that. And he also, Sammy Wilson said, this has been used in a cynical way to punish the UK for leaving the EU, and there was no response to that either, which is maybe something positive. We've moved away from this ridiculous Brexiteer rhetoric. Now, the minister did say two things here that are incorrect. First of all, he said that this that there's no support within the unionist community for the protocol as a measure to return to the Assembly. That's not true. Now, the majority of people in the unionist community do not support the protocol, but not everyone is against it as a means to block the executive. For example, the Ulster Unionist Party, some of them have said that they would be willing, if it was possible, to join the executive. But the problem is with the rules for under the Good Friday Agreement that require the largest party from both communities to form the executive, and the largest party on the unionist side is the DUP, not the UUP. So until the DUP jump, no one else can. And second, he said about how this is causing disruption, and this position is supported by all communities in Northern Ireland. That's not true. And I've talked about this before. Yes, the business community in Northern Ireland would understand that the protocol is causing problems, but it's because of Brexit. Brexit is causing the bigger problems, and the protocol is mitigating some of those problems. Not all of them, but some of them. And the business community have said on numerous occasions that they want the protocol implemented, but they want it implemented in a way that helps businesses. They don't want disruption, or they want disruption minimized. And of course, they understand that Brexit is the problem here. And I've used this analogy before. Brexit is the fire extinguisher is the Northern Ireland Protocol. The DUP want to throw away the fire extinguisher. So, in a sense, perhaps the response from the UK government is a little bit more positive than usual, not buying into this Brexiteer rhetoric of, we're getting punished by the EU. But it is a bit disappointing that he did, in a sense, just regurgitate some of Sammy Wilson's talking points. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.